Have you ever opened a cold Coke and heard that sharp psst, then wondered what industrial science makes that moment possible billions of times a day? Today, we're going inside a modern Coca Cola bottling workflow. From treated processed water, to syrup blending, to carbonation, to high-speed filling and packaging. Not the rumors, not the secret formula myths, just the real, visible production systems that turn ingredients into a consistent, shelf-stable, sparkling beverage. Important disclaimer. This video is an independent educational overview of beverage manufacturing and bottling. It is not sponsored by, affiliated with, or endorsed by the Coca Cola Company or its bottling partners. We do not disclose, reproduce, or claim to know any proprietary concentrate or secret recipe. All brand names and trademarks belong to their respective owners. Nothing here is advertising or health advice, just manufacturing education. To understand how Coca-Cola is made at scale, you need one key idea: the Coca-Cola system. In this model, the brand's concentrate operations produce and sell beverage bases and concentrates and syrups to authorized bottling partners, and those bottlers combine the concentrates with water and sweeteners, depending on the product, then package and distribute the finished drinks. That division of roles is exactly how a global brand can keep taste consistent while producing locally across many markets. Step 1 is water. Because water is the main ingredient in any sparkling soft drink. At a bottling plant, incoming water is treated to meet strict beverage specifications. In industry terms, this process is water treatment, multi-barrier filtration and disinfection designed to control turbidity, hardness, taste, and odor compounds, and microbiological risk. Depending on the site and source, treatment can involve media filtration, activated carbon, cartridge filtration, and final disinfection such as chlorine, UV, or ozone. The goal is stable, repeatable water quality so the final drink tastes the same from batch to batch. In many plants, disinfected water is filtered in activated carbon filter to remove all odors and traces of the disinfectant. It is often chilled before it ever meets syrup. That's not just comfort, it's physics. Colder liquid can hold dissolved carbon dioxide more effectively, which helps carbonation stability and reduces foaming during filling. Some bottlers describe cooling the blended base to around 4 degrees Celsius before carbonation, holding it cold in a carbo cooler tank at the filling station to create ideal conditions for dissolving CO2. Now, let's go to the syrup room, the heart of flavor control. In beverage manufacturing, you'll hear the terms concentrate, syrup, and final drink. Concentrate is the proprietary flavor base supplied through the system. In the plant, operators convert ingredients into a final blended beverage base using controlled proportioning. This is where process control matters. Flow meters, ratio control, and verification checks ensure each stream treated water, sweetener solution, and concentrate-based syrup meets the Coca Cola Company specifications. Sweetening is not a single, universal approach. It depends on the product and the market. Some products use sucrose from refined sugar. Others use high fructose corn syrup. Low or zero sugar variants use high-intensity sweeteners. In a plant, sweeteners are managed like any other raw material. Identity checks, batch records, and controlled addition into a blending tank or inline blending skid. Technically, one of the most important control numbers during blending is Brix, the measure associated with dissolved solids, commonly used for sugar concentration. Plants verify blend strength by lab checks, Brix, acidity, and sensory checks, so the syrup-to-water ratio stays inside tolerance. Another critical quality factor is dissolved oxygen. Lower dissolved oxygen helps protect flavor and improves carbonation performance, because oxygen can influence taste stability over time. That's why many beverage lines pay attention to deaeration and gentle handling of liquids to minimize oxygen pickup. Once the blend is prepared, it moves through sanitary piping to the carbonation area. For sparkling drinks, carbon dioxide is not just bubbles. It's a controlled ingredient. Plants typically use food-grade CO2 and manage it with pressure regulation, temperature control, and contact time. The carbonation step occurs in a carbonator or carbo mixer, where the chilled beverage is exposed to CO2 under controlled pressure. Thanks to Henry's law, lower temperature and higher pressure increase CO2 solubility, helping the drink hold carbonation after sealing. Bottlers often describe the same sequence. The blend of water, sweetener, and flavored syrup is tested, cooled, transported to the carbo-cooler tank at the filling station, kept cold, then carbonated and prepared for filling. At industrial scale, this happens continuously, minute after minute, in a closed sanitary system. Before any drink touches a container, packaging materials become their own mini factory. Let's start with PET bottles. Many bottling operations receive PET preforms, small, thick test tube shapes, then mold them into full bottles on site using stretch blow molding. This method saves shipping space and ensures bottle quality is aligned with the line's exact specifications. Glass bottles and aluminum cans typically arrive already formed, but still require inspection and preparation. Container hygiene matters, even for new bottles and cans. On high-speed lines, empty containers pass through a rinser or ionized air rinse, depending on container type and line design. The objective is to remove dust or particulates before filling. Immediately after rinsing, automated inspection systems check containers for defects, cracks in glass, damage in PET neck finish, or dents and flange defects in cans. Vision systems, also known as Empty Containers Inspector, and its sensors reject any container outside spec before it reaches the filler. Labeling and coding are part of traceability. Depending on the line design, labeling can occur before or after filling, and coding systems apply date codes and batch identifiers for quality tracking. In packaging engineering terms, this supports traceability and recall readiness. If a quality issue is detected, the plant can isolate affected lots. Now the filling, the most dramatic part to watch. Carbonated beverage filling is designed to prevent foaming and CO2 loss. The beverage remains cold, and the filler uses controlled pressure. In many systems, the container is pressurized with CO2 to equalize pressure between the bowl and the container. Then the beverage is filled with minimal turbulence. This reduces foam, improves fill accuracy, and protects carbonation. After the fill, the container is snifted or pressure relieved in a controlled way to avoid excessive foaming. Immediately after filling comes closure. For PET bottles, caps are applied by a rotary capper with precise torque control, ensuring seal integrity at speed. For glass, crown capping crimps the crown tightly onto the bottle finish. For cans, the seamer forms a double seam, an engineered mechanical seal created by rolling the lid and can flange together. Seam integrity is critical. Plants often monitor seam dimensions and run seamer checks as part of routine quality assurance. After closing, filled containers go through more inspection. Level sensors check filling height. Pressure checks can identify leakage. Vision systems or full container inspectors inspect caps, labels, and codes. If the line is running at thousands of units per minute, you cannot rely on human eyes. Automation is the only way to maintain consistent food safety standards at that speed. Temperature management continues after filling. Some bottling operations pass bottles through a warmer or conditioning tunnel to bring product closer to ambient temperature and reduce condensation. This helps packaging stay dry, improves label adhesion, and prevents sweating that can weaken cartons and shrink film during distribution. Now, packaging, where logistics meets engineering. Bottles may be grouped in shrink-wrapped packs, placed into cartons, or loaded into reusable crates. Cans are commonly packed into cartons or trays, then wrapped with shrink film for stability. In automated case packing, machines collate products, form cartons, place products precisely, and seal the case. Then, palletizers stack cases in stable patterns designed for load strength and warehouse handling. Stretch wrap or shrink wrap secures the pallet for transport, reducing shift and damage during distribution. Throughout the process, sanitation is constant. Beverage plants typically use CIP, cleaning in place systems, to clean tanks, pipelines, fillers, and valves without disassembly. CIP cycles can include pre-rinses, alkaline cleaning, acid rinses for scale control, and final sanitization, followed by verification. The goal is hygienic design and hygienic operation, keeping the closed system clean, controlling microbial risk, and maintaining product quality. Quality control is not one test, it's a chain of checkpoints. In a beverage lab, technicians monitor parameters like bricks, acidity, carbonation level, dissolved oxygen, appearance, and sensory profile. Microbiological monitoring ensures the process environment remains under control. Packaging QC checks include cap torque, seam integrity, leak testing, and label coating verification. When you see consistency in the final drink, you're seeing the result of this measurement culture. And behind it all is the brand's most famous mystery, the concentrate. The Coca Cola Company openly describes its secret formula as a closely guarded trade secret, historically kept in a vault and now part of a public exhibit experience at the World of Coca-Cola in Atlanta, yet the proprietary details remain protected. Our focus stays on what can be learned legally and ethically, the industrial processes, the controls, and the engineering that deliver repeatable quality at global scale. So, the next time you hear that hiss of carbonation, remember the invisible chain. Treated in cooled water, controlled syrup proportioning, cold carbonation, pressure balance filling, precision sealing, automated inspection, and high-speed packaging supported by lab testing and sanitation systems designed for consistency. If you enjoyed this behind-the-scenes manufacturing breakdown, like the video, share it with someone who loves industrial processes, and comment what you want next. Water treatment plants, bottling line automation, high-speed rail tech, or construction mega projects. Subscribe for more clear, technical explainers made for curious minds.